franchises. It's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders, and it's all up next.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season, and then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about both for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. Man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now Daniels off the play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. Now he's past the 25. Terry McLaurin. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead right away. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. This return starts at the 5. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game, and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early. That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Again, Daniels to the air. He gets this one to McLaurin. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd and short, Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by T.J. Edwards. And the Bears take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ballgame.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Bears offense out there for their 2nd drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Williams on the play action. Moore's got it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have second and pretty long here. Working from the gun, Williams. Escapes the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he gets this forward to the 19. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Williams to throw on 3rd. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Carney's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders set to take over. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Throw left side, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Daniels on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And he's going to to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They're set up at the 35 now. They send a tight end in motion. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he'll maybe get 2 out of that, and that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Daniels to throw. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Brought in right side by McLaurin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. He's keeping it. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Daniels. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. First down throw by Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Williams. Swift hauls it in. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That's going to be caught by Carter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Williams from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Carney's kick is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a fine performance in the first half from the Heisman Trophy winner, Jayden Daniels. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. With that, the 2 squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Huer.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Out of the pistol, Williams. He's got him, that's Swift. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Running with Swift out of the gun. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down, here's Williams. That's caught for the first. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running behind center with Swift. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Chicago first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
He finds Odunze running the slant. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 3, but that still leaves them with 2nd and 17.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Off the play fake, Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Williams with 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Carney's kick is good, and that gets them back within 5.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running them out for some PATs.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. First down, ball at the 36. An option give to Robinson. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Eckler. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders with a 5-point lead. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Robinson. And he's brought down after a decent gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. So now, here's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Commanders push the lead up to 12. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Moore's got it. On the move, past the 40. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Has his man, it's Swift. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Searches from the pocket. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears trim the deficit down to 5. Down a score, less than 45 seconds left. They know they need to get this back. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders. That should just about lock up the win. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So score this as a win for the Commanders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? Or both?
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.